Hey everybody and welcome to my new house. I'm just kidding, I'm just house sitting for someone. Today I want to talk about how it's not just the mental health issues that can affect your mental health. It's not all in your mind. There are a number of factors that affect a person's mental health that are outside of the body and entirely outside of their control. I've mentioned the scars on my arms and my leg, which are a constant reminder for me of my mental health state, especially the ones on my arms. But it's not just that. If you suffer an injury, that affects your mental health. Anyone understands that breaking a leg is gonna make you depressed. It's probably gonna depress you. There are some people out there who are insanely optimistic, who can somehow manage to keep a bright outlook even in that situation. Personally, when I spent 7 days in hospital with a broken leg, I came out of there extremely depressed. I mean, I am personally a bit overweight, which, you can tell on the videos. But that affects my mental health. It's something I'm trying to deal with, but the problem is, this can make me depressed, and when I'm depressed, I can actually end up eating, which makes it worse. It's one of those self-fulfilling vicious cycles, though I actually will admit I do have a bit of an eating disorder, which I will go into in a later video into more depth. And in situations like anxiety, something outside of your own body, a situation that you're not expecting that worries you, can affect your anxiety detrimentally there. But even then, if we go beyond the body and things out of your control into neurology and the mind in general, then there are other things there that can affect you. For example, I suffer from a condition known as prosopagnosia, which is more commonly called face blindness. For me, I will say it's a low grade of the condition. There are some people with it who can look in a mirror and not recognise their own face. I mean, I am lucky in that it's not that bad for me, but in my case, if I don't meet someone regularly or in the same place that I usually meet them, then if I meet them in a different area, I will not recognise them. The easiest way to put it is someone you went to school with, or you used to work with, or you did something regularly with 20 years ago, comes up to you and says, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" And they remember you. Almost everyone's been in this situation. They remember you, and yet you're looking at them and thinking, right, where do I know you from? Sorry, who are you? Why are you talking to me? What's going on right now? And they're talking to you like they just saw you yesterday. But you're just stood there desperately saying non-committal answers and just staying middle of the road, trying desperately to figure out where you know them from. And for me, that is almost every time I meet someone outside of a regular situation. For example, as I've mentioned, I go to the brony meets every few weeks, and for the most part, most of the regulars there I would remember if I saw them elsewhere. Yet there are still a fair few who don't come to every one who, if I met them in any other situation, I wouldn't know who they were. They could come up to me and they would talk to me very friendly because we meet each other, we know each other from a friendly situation, and I'm just desperately there thinking, right, I know you from where? I mean, you obviously know me, so I know you, but where is that from? And I don't really want to say, look, I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are. I don't remember you. Could you please remind me? Because even if you explain why you don't remember them, a lot of people don't seem to understand that it's not that you can't remember them because they are just unmemorable, but because you literally cannot remember them. I mean, I'm not going to go into how memories are formed and how the brain works. If you want to know that, then look that up in another video, because I can't go into all the details of that. I have barely a vague grasp on how it works anyway. But that does stop you making connections, because if you meet someone, okay, you can get on well with them in the situation, but somewhere you know that the next time you meet them, you're not going to remember them. And if they introduced themselves to you again and reminded you of where you met them from, all of a sudden it would be, oh yes, there, I know you from there. And you might remember that you had a good time with them, but without being able to put their face to a situation, you're just looking at someone as if it's the first time you've met them. So it is very difficult to end up forming a connection with someone that first time, unless, as I say, it is at a regular meet-up situation. So that in and of itself is frustrating, and it is depressing because you do feel isolated by your own brain. And believe it or not, there is actually an even darker side to this, because my nan and granddad are both passed, and I don't remember what they look like, because it's been that long that their faces have faded. I mean, okay, yes, there are pictures that I could look at, but I have no memory of what they looked like while we were doing things with them. I've got a few memories of things that we did together, but to me it's just the same as if I was doing it with any other generic person, not with my nan and granddad. But can you imagine that family, the people you are supposed to remember and honour for your entire life, and you can't because you're not even sure what they looked like. So if anyone ever tells you that your mental illness is all in your head, then you can point them towards this video and say, sorry mate, you're wrong. Anyway, I've gone on enough about that. I'd best get downstairs and see how the dogs I'm taking care of are doing. Yes, I did have to come upstairs to do this recording because one of them in particular is a rather large puppy and wants to inspect everything, including the camera. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. See you again next time.